Hola amigos, this is Dustin Coyle, and this is another episode, as promised, of Intelligent Thoughts, the NBA Weekly for April 7th, 2017. How's everybody doing? It's, it's been like 30 minutes or something since you last heard from me. I tried to get online and do those bets. That Knicks money line ballooned to a plus 975. I tried to hit that for sure, and I was just... For some reason, every bet I tried to put in, we were having trouble confirming the bet, so I don't know what's going on with the website. But either way, it's all good. A lot of the stuff is ballooning, guys. The Jazz are up to a minus 600. What else is going on? The Grizzlies are a minus 1,400. You know what I'm saying? That's where the Knicks plus 975 is. Don't touch that shit. Or get the Knicks on that money line. But enough about that. Let's talk about the NBA over the past week or so. It's actually been probably closer to 2 weeks since I've done an NBA Weekly, but it's still called the NBA Weekly, and it's basically gonna cover about a week or so. With no further ado, let's start. Alrighty. Holy shit! How about some wind? It's a good way to start. I like it. Let's start with probably the story right now, the peak story, I would say. Warriors, they are on a 13 game winning streak without Kevin Durant, 65-14. They're now 4.5 games over San Antonio. I remember when Kevin Durant went down, everybody was talking about, would they be able to withstand San Antonio? And for a second, they were actually, I think, a half game behind San Antonio for first place, excuse me. Obviously, the trend changed. They have kind of receded or proceeded back to a similar form of the team we saw last season. Curry has picked up. His three-point shooting is up. Scoring again is up. He's been playing excellent. Klay Thompson has been playing excellent. They've been putting up, taking up probably the good majority of the scoring slack that they've been missing with Kevin Durant out. It's obviously worked out. Basically every single night they're getting a W. They win at Phoenix last night, I believe. At the Wolves, or against the Wolves the other night. Yeah, they beat Phoenix against the Wolves the other night, playing well. Really just looking like the team to beat right now. And especially with the news that just came out tomorrow, I guess coming back tomorrow, Kevin Durant should be starting, or is expected to start, against the Pelicans tomorrow. So that's pretty fucking interesting news there. It'll be interesting to see if he's 100% or if they have him on some sort of a minutes restriction. I don't think it really matters one way or the other. I would definitely not force anything upon him. Two games, I think, left in the regular season, or 3 games he's expected to play the last 3 in the regular season. I wouldn't ask him to carry the bulk of the workload. I would just keep that. I would keep that with Steph Curry right now. He's looking fantastic. 13 straight wins. Him and Klay Thompson. It's just the best shooting duo. Curry last night, man, he was just... Dude, he's the best shooter of all time, right? I mean, he, especially off the dribble, he's just got the most swagger of all time. It's crazy. Love Steph Curry, man. So fucking interesting. I actually watched a Steph Curry documentary last night on YouTube. I can't even remember what it's called, but it was like from nothing to something or something to MVP or whatever. It was pretty good, though. The opening picture is him in like high school or junior high or some shit. He looks tiny. There's this ridiculous white boy right next to him who looks like he'd fucking destroy him. This white boy looks ridiculous. He looks like he'd probably be a bench warmer on a normal team, a normal high school team. So it's like, I don't know. It kind of looks funny. It's super interesting, though. It was a good documentary. I fell asleep. Alrighty, moving on. How about Russell Westbrook? 41 triple-doubles. He ties Oscar Robertson. And let me get an exact count. So he ties Oscar Robertson for the most of all time, or the most triple-doubles in one season, 41 this season. Tonight, he is playing who? The Suns. He's at the Suns, looking for his 42nd triple-double. I think it's likely he's going to get it. I expect him to go off big. He did just play last night, wasn't it? Let me look here. I've been talking about it so much. Something went wrong. You sons of bitches. All right. So I think he's probably about like 8 or 9 assists shy of averaging a triple-double, guaranteed an average triple-double for the season. That's probably going to happen tonight as well. I think it's going to be a historic night in the NBA tonight where he passes Big O and he guarantees the average of a triple-double. I expect a lot. I also expect Oklahoma City to win. They've been playing pretty well lately. He's been stepping up with huge point performances, like you talked about that 57 or the 57 the other day. And he had like 43 the other day. Just killing it all the time. So yeah, that'll be an interesting little thing there. A lot of people are talking that he's most likely the MVP this year. I've switched from Isaiah Thomas. I now think Harden is the MVP, but he's going to be my number 2 pick as of right now. We got to see how the last 3 games go, though. I guess we'll see what kind of performances we get from each. Harden actually missed a game, which is definitely not what that's not a major deal, but him playing in all 82 games would have been a pretty major deal. All right, we move on. Speaking about missing a game, Tristan Thompson, the NBA leader in games played straight, 447 games in a row, misses his first game ever at the Boston Celtics. Yeah, he had a sprained thumb, 447 straight games, misses the first one against the Celtics. They still win. They dominate the game, but it's unfortunate. He was the NBA, Tristan Thompson, NBA's Iron Man. Pretty fucking cool. And he'll be needed though. So hopefully he gets better from the injury, so that the Cavs can. He's obviously a major rebounding and defensive force for Cleveland. He'll be needed in the playoffs. I think they're still a pretty massive favorite. I would be pretty damn surprised if anybody beat them in the East. But in order for them to win a championship, they'll definitely need him 100%. And he'll be 100%. It's just a sprained thumb. All right, moving on. We have players of the month. We have Giannis Antetokounmpo in the Eastern Conference. He leads the Bucks to a 14-4 record in March, 22 a game, 8.5 rebounds, almost 5 assists, 1.78 blocks, and 1 1/3 steals. Shoots over 50%. The 5th straight month over 50% shooting. Definitely stepping up. Had some nasty fucking dunks. Look up. Who did they play like 2 nights ago? It had some of the most ridiculous shit. Shaq was even saying it was Shaq-like. I mean, they were so fucking powerful. Down low, just like raising up and just fucking throwing down. Giannis is bad as hell. One of the coolest players. Probably one of my, I don't know, top 7 players to watch. I love Giannis. Absolutely love Giannis. So congratulations to you. Great fucking, great month there. Led the Bucks from like 10th place and looking like they possibly weren't going to get into the playoffs, especially after that injury to Jabari Parker, all the way up to 5th place for a couple of minutes, and I think right now they're in 6th, just a little bit behind Atlanta, I want to say. Let me look at that. Yep, 6th place, half game behind Atlanta. They have lost 3 straight games now, but I expect them probably to finish above Atlanta. Because I think Atlanta loses tonight. But anyway, congratulations, Giannis and the Bucks. Western Conference Player of the Month, we have Damian Lillard. The Blazers, they go 13-3 in March. Lillard puts up 29 a game, 6 assists, 4.4 rebounds, 1.5 steals, shoots 41, almost 42% from downtown, 8 30-point games, including a 49-point performance at Miami that got them a victory on the road. Playing huge. That was mainly with the addition of Nurkic, Yusuf Nurkic, but and he has that broken fibula now, or tibia, or whatever it is. He'll probably, I guess, be coming back at some point, which I guess isn't that crazy. But at some point this season, I mean, not the regular season, but in the postseason, assuming they're still around. But Damian Lillard, awesome, leading his team to a great performance. Last night, getting that win at home as well. Just really, really excellent showing overall for the man from Oakland in the past month. All right, how about some Rookie of the Month, guys? In the Eastern Conference for back-to-back months, we have Dario Saric. Damn, imagine, dude, the Sixers have a plethora of young talent. It obviously would have been Joel Embiid almost every single month had he not been forced to go down for the rest of the season. But now Dario Saric steps up, basically in his absence, the 2 months that he's gone. Now Dario Saric has been the Player of the Month or the Rookie of the Month. Last month in March, 18.4 per game. Not bad. 7 rebounds for a rookie. I mean, this is incredible. 3 assists. He's a good big man. 28 threes. So basically a three a game. That's pretty good. Or maybe 2 threes a game. That's pretty good for a big man, especially, I guess. Western Conference Player of the Month. He was the Player of the Month like 4 months ago on a different team when he was a Pelican. Now he plays for the Kings. We have Buddy Hield. Great shooter from Oklahoma. He averages 14 a game, 37 three-pointers. So he's averaging about 3 threes a game. 4 rebounds, 48% shooting, 42.5 from downtown, and 84% from the line. Great all-around shooter or a great all-around jump shooter for the Kings there. Good rookie to have. Always like Buddy Hield. All right, we're moving on. How about Players of the Week? We have Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Jimmy Butler. Chicago Bulls during the week of the award given. I think it's not necessarily the case after this, even though they did get the win last night. He had a triple-double. But they go 3-0 during the week. He averages 32.5 per game, 6 assists. Led his team from what I thought was they were not going to be in the playoffs. Now back above the Heat and in a tie for the 7th spot with the Indiana Pacers after last night's victory over Philadelphia. I mean, Jimmy Butler is what he is. I would love to have him. He's a great two-way performer. Just last night against Philadelphia, he had a badass play where he chased them down back in their own area and basically forced a rebound with one dude and kind of knocked his ass over. He kind of tripped, and the ball was going out of bounds, and him and another dude dove, and the other dude basically knocked it right back into him, and he just stood up and got a dunk. It was a pretty crazy play. Look it up. Don't listen to what I said. That was a fucking, pretty horrendous job of describing it. But you should watch it. It was a great play. Shows how great of a two-way player he is. Taking 2 guys on the defensive end of the court, laying out on the ground with both guys, and then being able to just get a wide open, stand up and get a wide open dunk. That was pretty fucking awesome. How about the Western Conference Player of the Week? Who else? Steph Kerr. 4-0. He leads the Warriors to a 4-0 record in the week. 31.8 per game, 7.8 assists, 5.5 rebounds a game. How about that? 1.5 steals, playing some defense there as well. Shoots 52.4% from the field, 47.5% from three-point range. And for the second straight season, he makes 300 three-point shots in a year. The only player to ever make 300 is Steph Curry. He's doing it back-to-back years. All right, and moving on here. How about we talk some coaches of the month as well? No big surprise here concerning the records that we heard about on the Players of the Month, guys. Eastern Conference, Jason Kidd, congratulations, man. Goes from MVP to Coach of the Month. Fucking fantastic. Obviously, he led the Bucks to a 14-4 record. They're back up to the number 6 seed right now. They were the number 5 seed at the end of the month. They'll be in the playoffs, playing either Toronto or Toronto or the Washington Wizards. Most likely, I guess they could fall back. We could see a surge from one of the other teams from behind them. But other than that, it looks like they're either going to be the 5 or the 6 seed. Western Conference, we have Terry Stotts, coach of the month. Blazers coach there again. He leads the Blazers to a 13-3 record from I think 2 or 3 games behind. I think 3 games behind the Denver Nuggets for the 8th seed to now a game and a half up on the Nuggets, including a head-to-head victory against them a few days ago. Congratulations to Terry Stotts. That's a fantastic job there. And nobody really wants to play Portland in the playoffs just because of the ability to score. I mean, we saw last night with Crabbe, his ability to shoot. I think he's 3rd in the league at 43% from downtown for the season. And then, of course, Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum, they have a lot of scoring there on the outside. And if they can get Nurkic back, I'm not really sure what the timetable is on his return or anything, but if they can get him back, that they would be a real shitty matchup for just about anybody other than the Warriors. I really think even up to Houston or the Spurs, Utah, any